while currently Mullen Automotive is trading flat in the pre-market, it looks like we could be in for a bit of a down day. Hi again, everyone. I hope you're all doing really well. So it's pre-market for the US at the moment. It's about an hour and a half till open, and currently Mullen Automotive is trading kind of flat, but it looks like based on other pre-market major movers and news going on right now that we may actually be in for a bit of a down day unless there is, some significant news from Mullen Automotive, which would be of the positive nature. Obviously, there's a lot of expectation around maybe some announcement about a reverse stock split sooner or later, but if you look at the catalysts which are driving it, currently there's been a lot of data come out of China, both particularly about the Chinese economy, being that there's less demand for their exports, so therefore money going into China is drying up, which means there's less money circulating among the populace, which is actually linked to the second item I want to talk about, which is Tesla. Tesla has seen a 2.6% drop in sales, in line with the general drop in sales of new vehicles in China. China is Tesla's most important market. So, that isn't, good news for EV companies. And I suppose you could also look at the other catalyst going on right now that Hyundai has actually picked up its EV business and scaling that much more in markets like India right now. So we are starting to see increased competition in the EV space, and existing players, pure play players like Tesla, are feeling a bit of a pinch at the moment. Now, obviously, what Mullen Automotive is bringing to the market is a little bit different to what Tesla has at the moment, but you would expect that the two would be conflated, that Mullen Automotive is probably going to feel a bit of the drag that Tesla is likely to feel today. Tesla's also being hurt right now because their CFO has just resigned, and that was a bit of a shock. So, I think Marion Automotive might actually get caught up in some of this negativity around broader trade with China, as well as what's going on with Tesla, who kind of really is the flag bearer for the EV movement in terms of the stocks. In terms of what's going on with the company, Mullen Automotive, at the moment, we can talk about their short interest. It's still sitting at about 15%, less than a day's on average to cover. I spoke about this earlier. It's very interesting that they have such a high short interest, which has actually slightly ticked up, considering how low the stock price is. I think it's a sign that people are expecting a reverse stock split at some point. The fact that, people getting in on shorting the stock, even though it's at quite a low price, it doesn't technically have that much more that it could fall, meaning it's hard for a short position to exit profitably. So there's a bit of pain there. Furthermore, obviously, we've touched on that reverse stock split. We don't really know exactly when it's going to come. Some people are speculating it could be as early as today, depending on what the official interpretation of the dates that Mullen need to follow to remain compliant. I've kind of spoken this quite a few times now. I think it's a bit unclear about when a reverse stock split will need to take place. Obviously, we've got the dated PR from Mullen Automotive, which hasn't been taken down or addressed as being amended, where they've come out and said that they regained compliance with the last reverse stock split. But they're also, obviously, that runs contrary to the fact that on the NASDAQ non-compliant list, Mullen Automotive has remained the whole time. So, two tails there. Now, whether or not we need to have the reverse stock split straight away is obviously the big hot topic of debate. I don't think it is as urgent as people think. Mullen Automotive can actually probably receive another, who knows, probably receive another warning from the NASDAQ, or even a delisting threat before, they actually probably need to take any sort of action. And, obviously, if there's a need to appeal, I've kind of made the point that they've got a lot of things going for them, which might mean they don't really need to appeal anything right now. Now, Mullen Automotive might shock us all, and hopefully they do so in a positive way, and they start giving us some more concrete developments around their production. We know that they're just about to start that, and we've seen little snippets of what's going on, and we've heard about little orders coming through, and this is really positive stuff. The company is in a operationally very important point right now. They are about to produce and start delivering vehicles. They've got a lot of money in the bank, and they've even got a $25 million amount of cash sitting aside to buy back stocks. However, this is just being overshadowed by the news that's spooking everyone that there is possibly, and probably at some point, going to be a reverse stock split. And I think just generally as investors, it's, if you believe in what Mullen's doing, you've got to kind of cut through that. You've got to see beyond that. Now, I'm not saying, like that means just double down, buy more now, because I would not ever advise anyone to do that. It's a very risky stock. But, if you truly believe in what they're doing, you shouldn't be too worried about this reverse stock split if it is to eventuate, because what they're doing right now is very positive. If you really believe in the company, you're looking to dollar cost average your way along. If it right now is a good buying opportunity in your mind, utilize it. And then if there is a reverse stock split and there's further erosion of stock value, utilize it. That's how you build your position. That's how you go long term with a company like Mullen Automotive. Again, not investing advice. Anyway, so about an hour and a half till market opens. Where do you think Mullen's going to go today? If you hear of any sort of news or updates, drop them in the comments section. I really love to hear from them, because it's, I often get some of my earliest updates on the stock from you guys, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys. Anyway, till next time, everyone, may the markets trade in your favor. Cheers.